Hey, Nowata Ironmen family, we're here at the Nowata High School gym. I'm Anthony Tucker from Tucker Digital. I've got Dr. Inglet here, Superintendent of Public Schools for MPS. I have Ms. Hewitt, who is the high school principal here for your Nowata Ironmen. And we have some fun to announce. We're at Nowata Media Days. We got kids coming in getting photos, doing little interviews, setting up a LinkedIn, all those things that helps prepare them for that exposure they'll get as athletes as well as students. And whenever they walk across that stage pretty soon over there at the field where they will walk into the real world. So leveling up those skills. So we are going to launch the Nowata Ironmen Sports Network this year. So it's a multi-phase approach to give these student athletes and students here at MPS opportunities to be involved in media and broadcast, as well as give them the exposure to help earn opportunities not only in athletics, but beyond during their time here at MPS as well as beyond. What was kind of the impetus behind this move, Dr. Inglet?
Well, we really just wanted to get out and promote the district. And if we're promoting the district, of course, we're promoting our kids because they are the district. We're promoting the community, the district, our kids, our teachers. And so we just really wanted to continue that momentum that we have going forward. We felt like we're getting a lot of really good momentum. And so this was a great way to just keep that momentum going. And Hallie Hewitt has taken this on and done an amazing job with this and organized all this for us because we aren't the younger generation anymore. So
I have no comment as a proud mama's boy, and I have 3 younger sisters and 2 daughters myself. No comment on that.
So that was really just, we put her over it and she has ran with it.
It's really outstanding. You know, we've done these things in other school districts at college level, and you got your little stations. And then we talked about LinkedIn before when we've all met, kind of building up to this point. And it's so cool to see everything kind of come together. And the community donated some stuff so kids can walk away with a little gift bag, swag bag today. From a procedural level at the high school level, how does this change kind of in classroom instruction and opportunity for kids?
Well, this gives us the opportunity to build resumes, to build professional social media, so that when our students do graduate, they're already ready to go. They've already made connections with potential employers, schools, things like that. So we will use, we have an Ironman advisory time, and we'll use that to fine tune this throughout the school year. And then by the time they graduate, they'll have a nice professional portfolio.
What do you think is the hardest thing in this process of, creating an internal broadcast team and curriculum?
It's just learning it all for those of us who don't know a lot about it. Also training and teaching our students the right way to do things. So it'll be a slow process, but it will be methodical and turn out well.
Yeah. And I think from my perspective, one of the hardest things is leveling up your equipment. Your know-how, the easiest thing about knowledge is it's all out there.
Right.
It's about how you discipline yourself to learn it and get hands-on experience, because we can read about it, but the hands-on experience is what changes everything. Right. And this is part of the movement when we've all been working on this and why we think it's so important for your kids and your community. So the equipment's hard. So I definitely think you'll be hearing more about that from these 2 wonderful ladies in the school district. Because I can tell you, in owning my own media company, it's 500 here, it's 2,500 there. It adds up when you start doing it. So especially as we look at this from, 2-3 year build out, because I think any program 3 years is when you're going to start seeing those big kind of the mind shift within your school community as well as within your broader macro community. So the first year we're going to launch NowataIronmen.com. So we'll have a website where all the kids will be listed, all the schedules, all the rosters. And what's really cool is the information they're collecting here at Media Day. They're actually going to be able to tell the community what they're hoping to do after high school. So hopefully we fill some gaps because we know that there was some legislation, I believe last January during that session that changed, that reduced the liability on our private sector and community partners. So when they take interns in, there's not as much liability, there's less risk. So hopefully we get more kids out in the community. Right now, how many kids do you have usually serving internships in your community?
We have several. Juniors and seniors can do internships, and we have a lot. I can't even tell you a number. That's how many kids either work for an individual or a company. We have some that work here at the school.
Yeah.
We have a lot to get that job shadowing experience and prepare them for later on.
Yeah. In other school districts that you worked in, Dr. Inglet, kind of what is that work-ready component usually been made up of? And how do you think it's been brought over during your transition and your leadership role here at NPS?
In my former position, this is what I did. We were working on their pathways program and getting pathways to work, career, college, military, but really fine-tuning those pathways. So when I came, I met with Mrs. Hewitt and Mrs. Smith, who already had set this in motion.
Yeah.
So it was very easy to get behind, because I know the importance. The kids, we need to have more internship opportunities for our students, because how many times do parents spend a load of money on college and then kids say, ooh, don't really like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a try before you buy.
Yeah, and I think, in all different sizes of school districts across Oklahoma and the country, it does create some flexibility when you're building out the master schedule. If you are saying that, hey, our goal is to have 60% of our seniors or 70% out there for 2 hours a day, 2 academic hours or whatever it may be for you guys, that creates more flexibility. And so that way you're not having to plug and play classes and come up with stuff just to fill whatever 6 or 7 hour academic day that you have. So that's really important. Now, for us, like I said, we'll launch Nowata Ironmen in August, right before the football season. So that'll be part of phase 1. There's going to be sponsorship opportunities, and we'll have that listed on the website. The kids are going to assist with helping negotiate that, all the terms. They don't have to do anything like that, but they're going to help promote that. So we're excited about that. So that's a great way, because the money raised from that helps keep the website going, as well as save for equipment purchase, infrastructure stuff along the way. The other thing is we're going to start doing a football coaches show. So we're going to have that a couple times, maybe more, depending on availability this year. So that will launch. So that will be on the Nowata Ironman Plus portion of the website. So it can be free for everyone to access. There might be some live stuff that you can come to. So we're still working out the details. And then we're working into broadcasting games. I know on our side, we already own a bunch of the live stream equipment and do some of that. So hopefully our goal is to get one game this year, and then work towards where you have the equipment in-house. And like I said, that'll be hopefully some grants and some other things. And if you want to get involved out there, there's going to be opportunity to do that. But getting kids behind the camera on a video switcher, I think the last time we met, Dr. Ego was like, this is a lot of slides in this presentation. I'm like, there's a lot of moving pieces behind here. And anything can go wrong in a live broadcast. The other day, we were without Wi-Fi. It was lightning the whole game. I don't know how they even played this game. And we were in a closet-sized press box. And the window only opened a little bit, so you couldn't really get a full... Yeah. And so this is why my wife gets frustrated when I buy new equipment for my company, because I had 5 cameras that are supposed to connect to Wi-Fi, and I had this cool bracket that goes on field goal posts. So you can zoom in from both field goal posts like I've showed you and the mock-up for your guys' field here. None of that worked. So we just have one camera. And you want to know where the darkest place of the earth is? YouTube chat during a live stream on YouTube. Don't look at the chat. I'm sure that some of your inboxes during the year, and I can only imagine these wonderful ladies in public education. I'm sure it's all positive, right? But the opportunities in the classroom, they'll be able to edit the website, update schedules, update roster information, take videos, do short form content, do podcasts. Like there's so many things that it's going to create this little positive storytelling engine, not just for Nowata Public Schools and Nowata Ironmen, but for the Nowata community as a whole. Because you guys have a story to tell, and why not tell it yourself, right? Instead of waiting for everybody else out there to tell it and only come when the bad things happen.
Right.
Tell a good story.
Yep.
So what is your biggest hope from this partnership and project?
I hope to see more community involvement. I want this to be a hub where the community can go, see what we're doing, and get more involved. Bring people out to all of our events, not just sporting events, but come to see the band and choir. we have a lot of talent here.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it's so important to also involve the community.
Yeah. Ms. Hewitt?
My hope is that people see what happens behind closed doors here. Sometimes they don't understand or see all the great things that our kids do, and I want everybody to see the great things they do.
Yeah. And there's going to be so many opportunities to engage through the partnership and through the NowataIronmen.com and the sports network. Because like Dr. Inglet was talking about, and you've touched on, there's so many other things outside of just what happens on a Friday night here in a small town community that needs elevated.
Right.
And I'm happy to see what stories the kids come up with to tell, right? So potentially that could be their own little Nowata Ironman news network, where the airs during advisories, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever it may be. It's going to be really cool to see them, as well as engaging with alumni and legends of the past. And we've talked about kind of what that framework would look like, and elevating the stories of ladies currently playing and in school, as well as the ones in the past that have been legends, not just on a field or a court, but they've changed the way this community operates and the school district operates. So excited about that. So a lot of things coming up for the Nowata Ironmen Sports Network. We're excited to be part of it. For Dr. Inglet and Ms. Hewitt, I'm Tuck, and we'll catch you next time. Go to NowataIronmen.com and get involved.